This is Apple Gamer 24/7. I'm here to give you guys a vlog today. I just want to talk about my iPad experience and a few other tech topics. And sorry about the lighting. And also, before I forget, I do want to mention I do have a giveaway coming up for the holidays. So I'll talk about that at the end of the video. But for right now, let's get started. So the first thing I do want to talk about is, of course, the iPad. Now, the iPad, I really do like. I think it's my favorite Apple product so far. I used to thought it was the iMac and the iPhone, but now it is the iPad because this thing can do a lot more than what people think it can. I think it's a low-powered laptop that can do pretty much anything that a laptop can do, plus some things even better. I think the battery life on it is really, really nice. When I take it to school Monday through Friday, I only use about 20% battery life, and then I come home and charge it up for the next day. And if I have to stay after, I'm usually around 70% when I'm done with the day. So I'm really liking the battery life on this thing. And of course, I'm using full brightness, Wi-Fi on, Bluetooth on, multiple applications running in the background. Sometimes the iPod running in the background. So I'm really sharing that processor, that A4 processor, for a lot of different tasks. So I do think the iPad can handle a lot of stress on its processor, and multitasking is awesome. My second favorite thing is the keyboards, and I love the keyboards on this thing because they're Apple keyboards. They remind me of, let me just grab it here, the Apple wireless keyboards, because the way the keyboard layout is designed reminds me of the entire Apple keyboard, and it's just a really nice experience to type on. And I think if I had to go back to a PC keyboard, I think it would be hard because I've been using a lot of Apple keyboards, especially on-screen ones. So the keyboards I like a lot. In the App Store, I love the HD versions of games, especially Fruit Ninja, and even the iPhone apps look really good. The colors and the contrast of the apps are so much unclear. The resolutions are higher, the animations are crisp. A really nice experience if you download the HD apps. Even if you upscale iPhone applications to the iPad to fit the screen, like Dual Jump or standard definition Fruit Ninja, you really are gonna get a good experience. But it is a little bit pixely, so if you are really one of those people that wants the full resolution, I do recommend you buy the HD apps. So yeah, that's enough about the iPad. Now we talk about the case I got. The case I got was the in-case convertible book jacket for the iPad. Now this is version 2. I think there's a version 1, but there is a version 2. So I did get version 2 along with the iPad. And I do have to say this case is really nice. It's a folio case that also works as a stand. So when if I want to sit at a table and take notes, I just have to prop it up and take notes. If I want to sit and use it as a stand, like for my notes for my video, I can just increase the height as much as I want and as little as I want. And I can also flip it down, sort of like this. I don't know if you guys can see that too well, but I can sort of throw it down like that, and I can just look at as if it was on the table. So a really nice case, protects your iPad really well, gives it a nice leather material to protect it, and makes it look like professional and high class, I guess. And it also gives you a wrist strap for your so you can flip the screen part over so it doesn't fold open in your bag, which I use a lot throughout my day. So yeah. I do want to talk about Android a little bit. I know I don't usually talk about Android. If I do, I'm usually bashing it, but this time I really am bashing it. I was on Twitter. I think this was yesterday, and I was just reading through, and I saw that Android has a 25 megabyte cap for its App Store, and I was like, I just tweeted something out to somebody else. I don't know who it was. I can't remember. But I tweeted something out that says this is the reason Android is fragmented, and it's like really true because could you imagine the iPhone or the iPad App Store for a 20 megabyte limit? You can barely play any of the games that everybody likes, like Dual Jump, Fruit Ninja, Angry Birds. You can't fit that. And imagine Angry Birds. It's on the Android. It's probably not the same experience as the one in the iPhone. It's probably not as crisp and clean as the one on the iPhone. So there's a good reason why the Android App Store doesn't have really a good killer app or game because of its 25 megabyte cap. Maybe Google, because of all the criticism, maybe because of the criticism I'm giving it, maybe some more people give it this criticism. Maybe they'll change it to maybe 5 gigs or something like that. Or maybe same way as the App Store. I probably will do that because it's Apple, but yeah, that's my take on that. But if you guys have any thoughts on that, leave them in the comments. I also want to talk about the Chrome OS and Chrome laptop. Now, Google had a conference this week about their Chrome browser and their newly Chrome operating system. Now, my thoughts on the Chrome browser is that I don't really like it. It's not my browser. I don't like. I think it's just a combination of Safari and Firefox, and I really don't like. I don't think it's any faster than Safari. So I'd rather use Safari than Chrome. But the Chrome OS is basically an operating system that's based around internet functionality. It's basically every website has an app in the App Store. So if you download a TweetDeck, it's gonna have a TweetDeck app. If you're gonna download the New York Times, it's gonna bring you to the New York Times. Now I see it as being its own category, sort of like Linux. It's gonna have it's gonna Apple and Microsoft gonna dominate the desktop, and Linux and Chrome OS will be for whatever you want to put it on any type of hardware. So it's gonna be probably something like Linux in a way, and it's coming on its own laptop. Now, if you look at the laptop, I'll probably put a picture of it somewhere over here. It looks like a black MacBook, guys. I mean, this is weird because I know Google was gonna try to copy Apple in its own way, but making its own laptop hardware based on Apple's MacBook line is really weird, and it's got like that unibody look, that unibody plastic look, the oversized trackpad, the chiclet keyboard. The only thing it's missing is the function keys along the top and the caps lock key, and the caps lock key is being replaced by a search button. So yeah, my thoughts on the Chrome OS is it's gonna be what I said before, and I don't think it's really gonna take off. I think it's gonna be here, and then it's gonna be on a few select computers, and then if Google doesn't sell as much as they want, they're gonna cancel it. So yeah, videos, more videos. Well, obviously, I'm not gonna be doing too many Christmas videos because I just got the iPad, and that's my only gift I wanted this year. But I should be receiving some money, so I should do a lot more unboxings after Christmas when I go to dump my money on stuff that I want. But I did upload a What's in My Dock video. I'll put that link down here. I'm also thinking about uploading my room tour today that I have to record. So yeah, I'm still working on a few videos. I'm also thinking about doing a iPhone and iPad App Store buyer's guide because a lot of people ask me what apps I recommend nowadays. So I thought, why not make a video helping people out? So anyway, guys. Oh yeah, before I forget, I'm almost into the video. Before I forget, the giveaway. The giveaway I'm thinking about doing is gonna be after the holidays. I think I'll make it after the first of the year. I think I'll start the day after Christmas and then maybe end it um, that following week, the next weekend after that. I'm here thinking about giving away two or one, depending on how much money I get from the for the holidays. Two or one $25 iTunes gift cards for people to go out and buy apps. If you guys have anything else like Microsoft points, PSN points, Xbox Live Gold, um, stuff like that, leave them down in the comments. And if you guys post a more majority than the iTunes gift cards, if you want Xbox Live subscriptions or points or PSN points, pick one of those up after Christmas and give it away. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.